What's up, everybody? This is Zach, aka Zaki. This is Coffee with Zach in English. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of coffee, or you can have some tea. That felt good. All right, guys. This video is going to be recorded for Monday, December 16. So I have my calendar here. I'm going to lay in French. 16. There we go. And this is going to be the week before the week of Christmas. Not the week of Christmas, but the week before the week of Christmas. Let's go ahead and go straight into what we do for Mondays, which is content curation to the fullest. So let's go ahead and go through all these stories, and hopefully for you guys that are working first thing on Monday and having a case of the Mondays and tired and having that first cup of coffee, turning on your computer and having to work, I hope you enjoy another window, your other screen where you have open up YouTube and you'll be able to watch me go through all these stories, and then you can also watch all the stories on my website, zack.coffee. That's zack.coffee. All right, guys. Here's the first one. Can you read as well as a 10-year-old? Adults in rich countries are less literate than they were a decade ago. This requires attention. This is a really important article from The Economist. A lot of people that are that can't even read as a 10-year-old can't even read the Economist. It's way above their grading level. They read stuff like the USA Today, which is made in a way so you can read it even if you're 10th grade. Even if you're in 5th grade. So please read that article. It's really important. Up next, inside the AI back channel between China and the West. This from 1843 magazine, which is part of The Economist. Be sure to check it out. Great magazine. Up next, some like it hot. Could Trump derail climate talks? This is from The Economist podcast. It's a very important article because, as you know, everybody who works in for the climate, they're going to have big concerns if we are once again removed from Paris Agreement because of what Trump has planned as soon as he takes office. Up next, what will shape the outlook of the Middle East in 2025? Volatility is unlikely to ease as Israel and Iran remain embroiled in conflict. Download EIU's Middle East Outlook 2025 free for some summary report, and there's the link. econgrp.co/Q9. So be sure to check that out. This is from the EIU, the Economist Intelligence Report. Up next, 3 ways to make sure high performers feel valued. This is from Highest Business Review. Now, I know a lot of people despise high performers. They're like, oh my God, he works so fast. It takes us all day to do this much work. Well, those high performance are very important, because if they're not there, if they don't work, they don't do their share of work, then the entire company is in big trouble. You cannot handle the workload without them. They need to be there. They need to feel appreciated because they do a tremendous amount of work. You need to understand the high performers, just like myself from time to time. Once I do an update, if someone else wanted to do the same time of update, it would take them a month to do as much work as I do in one little update. You know that little content curation I do on LinkedIn from time to time? In like 30 minutes on LinkedIn, it can make differences. It can move or break markets. Everyone was just all thought it was, this is just a joke or something. The truth of the matter is, Intel Folsom got closed. The land is going to get sold, and Pat, the CEO, has been fired. That's what happened. I guess I can move or break markets. Now, I do want Intel to stay relevant, but I need to be involved. I need a salary, I need a paycheck, whether it is on Intel Folsom, whether it is on Intel another campus, or in Ohio whenever Intel Ohio opens up in Licking County. But like I said, I'm an analyst, I'm a project manager, and I'm also in some way, shape, or form a mega project manager, because the chip project for all the manufacturer chips, semiconductors, is a big ordeal. It's a big ordeal. By the way things were done and ordained, all of a sudden the plant in Germany was canceled. And what does that mean for other investors? Now we know that Intel Japan is staying. That's good. Who knows? Maybe there'll be an Intel France. Maybe the new CEO of Intel will bring back Intel Germany. We'll see what happens. But that's like some of the things that we'll talk about. It's a very important that things are taken seriously. My word have meanings. They have meanings. Um, Up next, several hundred feared dead and after the Mayot cyclone. There's been a cyclone, so be sure to check out the news on that. It's very, very scary. Hundreds of people could have been dead that are missing, so it's a very dangerous ordeal. Up next, Palestinian Authority mount rare lethal raids in West Bank. It's from Bloomberg. Very sad amount of ordeal. It's a story and Palestinian territories in Gaza and the West Bank. We hope for a ceasefire as soon as possible. Up next, Assad's final hours in Syria, deception, despair, and flight. This is what happened in Syria, and Reuters is talking about it as Assad fled to Russia to seek asylum. Up next, could Israel's Netanyahu be about to agree to a ceasefire? This is from Al Jazeera News. Be sure to check that out. Very important. We need that ceasefire to happen. It has to take place. It's really important. If you're wondering what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing the Initial D hoodie because I miss cruising and I miss listening to my podcast and I miss going to the tofu shop in Fremont and Fujirat Tofu Bistro in Fremont. It's a wonderful place. I love going in there. It's about like a 2-hour drive there and 2-hour drive back. But I just want to say hi to all those guys there, and I hope they're going to be able to go there. Now, Hard Tune is a website where you can buy this hoodie, and the website is just Hard Tune. Hard, HARD, TUNED. Now, they have offices mainly in Australia, but they are opening up more offices worldwide, including in California, which is great. I'm not a big fan of Australia. They've been arguing with French people for a long time over who's the best on the stupid submarine. And even Australia finally admitted they need some of the technology from French submarines. And that means a lot to me because I know, my people in France who work on submarines really do a tremendous amount of work. And it brings a whole lot of new meaning on the word subtweet. Go ahead and subtweet me, but I can subtweet back and let you know that you need some of that French submarine technology and, put my foot down, damn it. You need that help. You need those upgrades and software patches and stuff. The French have a lot of meaning. I'm too tired of the Australian acting like they're the big dogs all the time. Please, sign of respect. Understand that the French, their amount of technology is just as important. Up next, very big story, a very sad story. A mine collapse in Samangan traps over 30 coal miners. This is a story from Afghanistan International. There are some miners in a coal mine that are trapped. There was a story like that similar, and lo and behold, they sent like a bunch of submarine and all things and that to help those people, and they saved some of them. They were documentary, all this and that. Now this is happening to people in Afghanistan. I really hope the international community will get together to help those poor people. So I sent a tweet to the State Department and France, Quai d'Orsay, and also to Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, and to the Red Cross. I hope somebody listens. Syria after Assad. This is an article from the New Yorker. Be sure to read that. Up next, a worthy update to my favorite mobile game ever. Plus, this week's installer, a new e-ink tablet, a couple of pre-holiday blockbusters, a new app for IRL hangs, and much more. This is from the economy, from The Verge. Verge got a new article. Big shout out to Reckless and Mr. Neil Patel. I know you're busy. I know you're working hard. I know you're making podcasts, and you feel like nobody's listening. This is exactly how I feel about Jelly Radio. I work really hard on Jelly Radio, and I don't get that many thumbs up. I don't get that many likes. I don't get that many donations. Not even a donation of $1. I'm just asking people for $1 donation, and I hope that they send me a donation so that I'll be able to make some small purchases. Right now, I need to get my sound system stopped working in my car, and it was very pathetic because it was the Spotify the car thing, the thing that was like $50 just so I can choose songs, and now that thing has been no longer in commission, doesn't work. So I'm trying to go inside a Best Buy and buy a sound system, but the thing costs like $250. Thankfully, for a short amount of time, they have free installation. So I need like $250, and I hope to go in there and I can just finally install a sound system for my car. Funny enough, I love music. I've been in the world of music since I was a kid, like since I was 10. So 30 years later, I've never put any sort of money into a sound system for my car. It's crazy. I need to have a that would be so much better, and it really would mean a lot. And having a sound system in my car and be able to see the navigation, GPS, and also see the Spotify, whatever track is playing, would mean a lot. So ideally, I would need a new car, but since it seems that no one's willing to help me get a new car, so at the very least have some compassion and help me have a sound system, really would mean a lot. All right. Up next from Vox, my family voted for Trump. How can we talk about politics without ruining the holidays? This is going to happen to a lot of families throughout the country. They're going to be having meals, very important meals, holiday meals, and they're going to want to talk politics. And how do you do it without ruining the holidays? It's very tough because some families voted for Trump, so it's going to be hard. Up next from TechCrunch, the 2025 Lucid Air Pure is a luxe ride at $70,000 with room for tech tune-ups. Now, as you know, I'm very much anti-Tesla, and I'm anti-Tesla because of Elon Musk and his crazy MAGA cult, and also Project 2025 and his whole cult of Neuralink. But if I had to buy an EV vehicle, I would consider the Lucid Air Pure. And this is a wonderful vehicle, and it matters whether or not it's a car dealership who's willing to make a donation to me. If I had to pick, obviously I would love the Audi EV or BMW EV, but the EV from Lucid is it's pretty look good. Pretty looks pretty good. I would give him a thumbs up. And like I said, if you work at Lucid, you want to talk to me, you want to do a special episode. So we do a special episode of Coffee with Zaki, or Coffee with Zack. We'll do it. And if you're feeling the need to give me a car, it would really mean a lot. Now, I know that YouTubers, after a long time, after they do many YouTubes, they get to a point where they finally are able to afford Tesla Model S. I know this is what happened to some of my YouTube heroes. MKBHD was able to buy himself a Tesla Model S. Well, I hope that now that I've done over 800 videos, hopefully I'm able to buy myself also an $80,000 vehicle, which would be a Audi RS5. That's what I hope to do sometime. Anyway, up next from MIT Technology Review, November-December issue of 2024, the food issue. It's technology helping or harming our food supply, featuring the ominous rise of superweeds, the quest to grow food on Mars, and the surprising way your refrigerator may be making your food less nutritious. Plus robots that do experiments, jumping spiders, digital forestry, and the AI hype index. Great article from the MIT Technology Review. I love that magazine. And if you're at MIT, I wish you had some money to get a master's degree from MIT or a PhD. That would be amazing. Up next, everything we know about the mystery drones spotted over the East Coast from Business Insider. Now, a lot of people ask me to comment on that. I want to let you know that there shouldn't be any worry about those mystery drones in New Jersey. There's nothing to worry about. That's not, Area 51 stuff. It's not aliens or anything like that. If you look closely to those drones, it's just a couple of drones with Christmas collars on them. It's just people are having fun. They probably got drones over for Christmas, and they're just playing with those drones. There's nothing that advanced from those drones, and quite frankly, I know that people think that the U.S. military doesn't use Reapers on U.S. soil. Honestly, if they want to, they could, and they probably could use one to just shoot them all off down, and they will all be gone. But I think it's just some fans who are trolling around about East Jersey, New Jersey, and I think some of them are just a wild campaign because the World Cup is going to be in New Jersey in less than 1 or 2 years. At 2026, we're about to be 2025. 2026, we're going to have the World Cup. So just worry about that. Don't be worried. It's definitely not aliens. Up next Artful Intelligence as a miniseries hosted by Chris McLeod and me. The series dives into the histories of groundbreaking artists using AI to push the boundaries of what's possible. The second episode releases tomorrow. If you missed the first episode of Artful Intelligence, it features Montreal-based filmmaker Malik Lombion, whose groundbreaking technique, Hyperlapse X AI, is redefining video art. Malik pushed AI to its creative limits, proving that human ingenuity and machine learning can work in tandem to unlock new dimensions of art. Below is a preview of the episode linked to the fullest in the comment section. And it's from LinkedIn. All right. Up next, and anxious scientists brace for Trump's climate denialism. We have a target on our backs. On our backs. It's from the Guardian. Very serious stuff. It's really dangerous. We'll see what happens. And for this, up next, for the sake of 600,000 children, science must be bold. This is from the New York Times. This is a really important article. You know, when we hear stories in the news that people are dying of the flu, just the flu. People are dying of the flu, then quite frankly, you know, get that vaccinational shot. You know, get vaccinated from the next COVID whichever variant is going on right now, or the flu vaccine. Get the flu vaccine because you never know what's going to happen during the holidays. Every kid in the classroom is sick anyway. Get yourself those vaccinational shots so that you're good to go, and then you don't have to worry about getting sick. I got the flu shot. I don't have to worry about getting the flu this season. All right. Up next, Bernie Sanders says Biden should very seriously consider preemptive pardons. This is from the Huffington Post. Very important article that Biden should consider from Bernie Sanders. There's a lot of very prominent, outspoken Democrats, such as myself, but more likely AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You have to pardon her because I'm sure because she's going to be very vocal during the new administration that Trump is going to want to silence AOC and her squad throughout the next 4 years and prevent her from helping Democrats pursue their agenda. Up next, glowing from within, day 15 of the 2024 Space Telescope Advent Calendar. This is from the Atlantic. Be sure to check that out. Up next, very big article. This is from 538. Where have all the Democrats gone? This is a big concern. Where did everybody go? Was everybody busy during the holidays and they didn't want to vote? Were people out of state? Were people in different region? Were they traveling on the day of voting? They had 3 weeks to vote by early voting, by mail. Why didn't they do it? Big article. Up next from the Washington Post. Progressives shouldn't avoid the hard conversation they need to win. It's an article from the Washington Post. Check it out. Up next, France's new Premier Ministre Bayrou faces budgetary challenges as Moody downgrades credit rating. This is from Le Monde. There's a new Prime Minister in France. His name is François Bayrou, and he's going to have a lot of work on his hands. He's from the Modem. It's kind of like a center party, but everybody in France is pissed because he didn't pick someone from the left. So hopefully we'll see what happens, and we'll see how things goes down in France. We'll see what happens. I wish him best of luck. I'll talk more about him in my French videos on Coffee with Zaki in French. This is Coffee with Zach in English. If you guys are wondering, I'm using my Nothing phone, Nothing Technology 2A phone. No, 2 phone. Not 2A, that's another one. It's got the cool lighting all the way. Women in Congress are 70% more likely to be victims of AI-generated deepfakes than male counterpart. This is a big article. I want people in Congress to do something about that and prosecute the people who are taking advantage of this because it's really annoying. I know it's not a concern for some of us, but I know it's a big concern for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's had a bunch of AI generated deepfakes, and it's been a nightmare for her So please help her out. I want this issue to be put to bed and done with. Help her out. Pretty please. Thanks. This was from Mashable. We have an article about grief from Vice.com called Tales of Kenzera Zoe. Got me through my own grief, so be sure to check out our article. Another article from about Syria by The Intercept. Syria, What Comes Next? Check it out. Up next, National Geographic. This poem transformed Christmas into a modern holiday. Great article by Nat Geo. Up next, Zakir Hussain, the legendary tabla virtuoso who defined genres, died at 73. Very sad turn of events. He passed away of old age. It's on an NPR article. He seemed to be a superstar, and I'm sure we'll have to include some of his music on Zeta Radio. Zeta Radio, my Afghan dance music. Next article we got Cap Radio News. Locals work to preserve donut shop after beloved owner hospitalized. This is really a sad story that this owner's donut shop, he's been sick, and so local people are helping him out so that he still be able to be in business. I need some donuts, so if you want to give me some donuts, bring them my way. I really could use some. I haven't had any donuts in a while. Up next, we got Autant on emporte le vent jaune, Le Monde Diplomatique. Very important article about foreign affairs in French. Be sure to read that out. 100 Years of Solitude finally gets a screen adaptation. This is an important movie. Be sure to check it out. It's on foreign policy. Up next, Democrats need a new foreign policy that can work and win. This is a suggestion for Democrats. We need foreign policy that wins. It wins. If we can't get shit done, it's just not gonna be. It's not gonna be good. Up next, South Korean president impeached by legislature after a self-coup attempt. This is by Diplomat. There's something wild is going on in South Korea. Be sure to check it out. We'll have to look into that. I featured some South Korean music on JLR Radio. Be sure to check out a little bit of kind of spice things up and check it out. Up next, Syria 1 week later, reflection on the revolutions from Cypher Brief. Cypher Brief, everyone's running around, hitting doors, all this and that. You're all keep yelling at Susan Kelly, and please put more video, more content. Please understand, my membership is probably pretty much over. If you can make some of it free, it's really, crunch time. Give me an interview. I want to see an interview on your website with Brendan. I don't understand what you've done with him. I understand if John is in jail or something, but what's going on? Get John Brennan an interview on Cypher Brief, 50 minutes long, an hour long. It's really important. Thanks. Up next, South Korean president impeached by legislature after self-coup attempt. This is by the Diplomat. No, I just mentioned that. The next article is going to be by Quantum Magazine. Mathematicians uncover a new way to count prime numbers. So this is very cool. Be sure to check it out. Next article we got is in French from CERN. So it's about the 70 years of history of the organization. So be sure to check that out. Up next, pour en savoir plus, The Color of Space. Sorry, I think I have to. I may have included part of the French article of CERN into NASA. So let me fix that. All right. From the NASA, there's a great article about The Color of Space, which has African American women who are astronauts. So be sure to check out the video. Video is very cool. Up next, more than 28,000 kilogram of explosive, 3,400 IEDs seized by South America by Interpol. Great article by Interpol. Be sure to check that out. After that, we got an article from Air and Space Force magazine. Space Forces aims for bigger exercises, more realistic training. So this is really important. Like, essentially, they're just trying to say they're still doing their work, but they're basically saying think bigger. They're going to do a huge training and exercise much on a wider scale. It's going to be pretty good from Space Forces. Space Force. Sempre super. Up next, Hyundai RN24 prototype first drive because mega fun will always matter. It's an article by Motor Trend. This is great stuff from Hyundai. Hyundai is doing some really wonderful stuff, and it appears that they're going to have a hypercar at FIA WEC, whether it's next season, the season after that, I'm not too sure. Be sure to check it out. It's really cool stuff. All right, guys. So then I'm putting my 2 cents where I'm writing some comments, and basically I wrote that if director of the FBI Christopher Wray is resigning, I would really recommend President Biden to resign as 46th president, let Kamala Harris become 47th president, so that in honor of 1947, when the FBI and the CIA were created. Let Trump become 48th president and receive an avalanche of complaints from the New York District of Justice, and hopefully by the time I am done with the new seasons of Law and Order Organized Crime, the entire Trump mafioso falls to shambles like dominoes. He is like Al Capone. If you can't get him on 34 felony counts, there's plenty more. He is, after all, Trump pedophiles. He used nuclear state secrets as blackmail, and Trump Russia. Let's find a way to go toe-to-toe with him. We could avoid another Trump nightmare, or else it would be another long 4 years. Okay? All right, guys. Everything you see here was done. Just read on my super cool new phone, my Nothing. The reason why I like the Nothing technology phone is because, it's a very competitively priced phone. It is Android, and it's running a Nothing OS 2.0, before Nothing OS 2.0 comes out. See, it's got a very large screen, 6.7, and I love this phone. So the phone is with San Francisco area code. So I'm here for you guys. I'm ready to join the San Francisco tech community. I just live right there in Sacramento. Someone asked me if someone has a job for me, whether it is project manager, business analyst, or something similar. I will gladly join. If it is a remote job, that's fine as well. And then if I have to be in the office a few times a week or a month, I can commute between the two cities. And I just need help. Hopefully I need a new car, and let's hang out. Let's have some coffee. Let's have some tea. Let's chit chat online. You see me from my live streams on the PlayStation 5. You see the episodes of Coffee with Zack that I have. And let's network. I was able to network at one gathering of La French Tech SF. I hope to network to another one again. There's plenty of events in December, but won't know if I can afford it. So maybe the month of January, maybe I can afford it. But we're on the crunch time here, because if I don't find work soon, I may have to move back to France. So it's, let's get some stuff moving. Help me, help you. I will help you. You gotta help me. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching this session of Zack, Coffee with Zack in English. And we're right there at 29 minutes. Perfect. That's just enough for your lunch break, or your two of your small 15-minute break. But if you work in tech, I'm sure you're allowed to have 2 screens or 3 screens, and you can have a little window right there, and you can have myself talking, another screen that has all the articles, and you can enjoy all the content curation that I've done. All right, I'm going to upload the video right now, and then you can go ahead and enjoy it. And please, if you like the content, don't forget to Venmo, PayPal, GoFundMe, any sort of donation, even $1 makes a huge difference. And more subscriber means a lot. I have 33 subscribers. That means a whole lot to me. Um, I've had over between 10,000 or 20,000 viewers so far since I've started YouTube. So I'm going to keep at it, and I hope that in the future I have double that, 40,000 viewers, and hopefully someday I'll have 100,000 viewers and subscribers, and hopefully I'll get a plaque from YouTube and hopefully get a paycheck or something. Okay? Thank you for watching. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye. This is Zach, aka Zaki.